There are over 350 different species of them. They appeared 200 million years before the dinosaurs, and were on this earth around 399 million years before humans. They have remained virtually unchanged over those 400 million years. And humans are basically the only thing they have to fear. I am speaking of the shark, one of nature's most wonderful, yet most feared and misunderstood animals. These dates prove that the shark has a record of endurance. And so why would we need to be concerned about their extinction? According to Stephen D. McCullough, Division Director for the Dolphin Research and Conservation Program at Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institution, the shark is an apex predator, which means it is an indicator species that can help us better manage irreplaceable natural resources. Sharks also play an important role in keeping other species in check, and therefore in maintaining critical balance within the fragile ocean environment. Immune to most disease, including cancer, sharks are the subject of intensive medical research that could someday benefit humans. Ultimately, their preservation will ensure our preservation, and likewise, their destruction will ensure the eventual destruction of our oceans, on which all mankind depends. I have been a shark enthusiast ever since I can remember, and have done extensive research of sharks over the past 15 years. Even as a little kid, I would watch Shark Week every year on the Discovery Channel. Sharks are an imperative part of our ocean, and they need to be protected. And in my speech, we'll establish the truth of how dangerous sharks really are, how dangerous we are to sharks, and what we can do to protect them. First of all, let's dispel some of the myths of how dangerous sharks are. Sharks are not an imminent threat to humans. I would like to use an analogy to prove this. Think about what you're more afraid of, flying or driving. I would bet that many of you are more afraid of flying. People fear flying even though their chances of being involved in an aircraft accident are about 1 in 11 million. On the other hand, your chances of being killed in an automobile accident are 1 in 5,000. According to Flight Captain Ron Nielsen, you are statistically at far greater risk driving to the airport than flying on an airplane. So why would I bring this up? Because the reason we have a fear of flying is the same as why we fear sharks: the media. The media exploit every airplane crash because they rarely occur, which is also the case for shark attacks. Even deaths from lightning exceed the number of attacks by sharks by more than double. But for some reason, a lightning fatality doesn't seem to make a great news story. The fact is, shark attacks are rare, but when one happens, it is sure to become national news. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission reports that there were 37 known vending machine fatalities between 1978 and 1995, for an average of 2.2 deaths by vending machines per year. Over the past decade, there were a total of 6 recorded shark attack fatalities in the U.S., for an average of 0.6 deaths per year. So the next time you're afraid of stepping in the ocean, take a second to think whether you bought a Pepsi that day and survived. We believe that sharks are a threat to us, but the truth is we are much more of a threat to sharks. With the media blowing every shark attack out of proportion and individuals spreading erroneous propaganda about shark behavior, such as the story told by this picture, which, by the way, is completely fake, humans have created a public fear of sharks that is contributing to their demise. The truth of the matter is, according to sharkattacks.com, is that compared to the 10 to 15 people killed by sharks each year around the world, over 100 million sharks perish at the hands of humans annually. And many shark populations may face extinction. Although sharks are killed for such things as jewelry and cosmetics, sharks are also killed for sport, or you might say, to make a man feel macho. And as stupid as it is to kill something because it makes you feel like a bigger man, there is a reason for killing sharks that is much worse: shark fin soup. This so-called delicacy has caused millions of sharks to be hunted in an extremely brutal manner. Poachers catch a shark, cut off its fins, then throw the shark back into the ocean, still alive. Would anybody besides an ignorant, sadistic freak ever grab a dog, dismember its legs, and throw it back into its yard? Or how would you survive if you were abducted from your home, had your arms and legs sawed off, and were then placed right back into your living room? Because most of the world thinks sharks are nothing more than killing machines, the brutal pursuit of meat for shark fin soup escapes notice. Sharks just aren't as cute as whales, dolphins, or seals. It seems like people could care less about whether they're eradicated into extinction or not. But we need to care. We are the biggest threat to sharks, but we need to become their biggest protector. What can we do to protect the shark? How can we stop the needless killing and maiming of sharks? Number one, do not use any products based on them. And do not buy any jewelry or clothing that is obtained from sharks. And I hope it goes without saying, don't eat shark fin soup. Just as important, spread the word. Let others know that millions of sharks are senselessly killed every year. Let them know the truth about the rate of shark attacks, that humans are over 1,100 times more likely to die from a bicycle accident than a shark attack. There are also organizations that a person can join to help protect the shark. Project AWARE, which stands for Aquatic World Awareness, Responsibility, and Education, is a foundation that actively protects all aquatic life. It has a campaign called Protect the Sharks, which obviously focuses on the problems I have described. Many organizations are campaigning to get certain species of sharks on the endangered list. According to the website of the Australian government, the population of the great white shark has experienced at least a 20% decrease. For an animal that gives birth to just a small number of pups every 2 or 3 years, this could be detrimental. There are also organizations that raise funds for shark protection. Some collect donations via their websites. 2 of these are sharksurvivor.com and sharktrust.org, where you can actually adopt a shark. And if you're interested, I have several copies here of Protect the Sharks educational brochure published by Project AWARE. So now that you know what you can do, I leave the next step up to you. Today, I have told you the facts about how dangerous sharks are to humans and about how dangerous humans are to sharks. I also made recommendations for what we can do to protect them. With this information, you now realize that sharks are a critical part of our ocean and need to be protected. I would like to leave you with this thought by Richard Martin, director of the Reef Quest Shark Research Program. One can devise all manner of important-sounding ecological reasons why sharks should be protected. The truth is, we still don't fully understand the nature and extent of sharks' role in marine ecosystems. Sharks should be protected because a world with them is more interesting and diverse than one without. Indeed, the scariest consequence of eliminating sharks from the sea is our own ignorance about what would happen. The choice is up to us.